Good afternoon, everybody. Market up or down? Market is up. Check the brokerage. Nothing sold. We do need to put in a sell order for GPN. So we always have something for sale. And then we don't have to watch it. So if we got these up, divide by 5. That'll get you your average. It's also down here. Take that number times 1.01. That's the sell target I like. And we'll just put it in. If the computer will work with us, we're pretty buried. It's nothing to worry about. We hit the dividend, and we'll just keep following the system. Limited order, always good till cancel with extended hours. And that's what I got. So everything has a sell order. Got only one day trade left, but none of these are going to be day trades. So we'll start getting our day trades back. And that is all we have for the public account. So if you're new, have a great evening. And if you're more seasoned and interested in what's going on in the main account, let's get after it. How does this work? Get out of here. All right. So pull up the handy dandy phone here and see what we got going on. I don't think it was much today, but I always say that. Looks like we had MPC fill. I got gas yesterday. It's war on inflation stuff. This morning, yeah, we sold some stock. So the streak continues. I cannot remember the last day I didn't sell equities. And obviously we're in a big bull run, but it works even during down runs, as you have seen. But we sold this sucker this morning. It's always a great way to wake up, selling some stock. These are still some of the positions we took after reducing size just for liquidity reasons. Run out of money. It happens. Ebbs and flows. We have some old positions that I've learned lessons the hard way about position sizing. But I just like to be able to get in and out every day. And we had some flips after that. And that way I don't get impatient because I'm always doing activity, right? It doesn't mean it's going to make me more money, but I still think it does. And even if not, I think it's fun. I mean, I love it. You can tell. This is bullet number 2, apparently. Huh. Looks like there was a typo. It's just proof you don't have to be smart to make money in the markets. You can be a normal dude or gal, just like me. Teaching my daughter, she's doing very well. It's not a difficult skill set. A problem is people put their hand in the cookie jar. They can't leave it alone. So, myself included, of course. I'm a human. Should be getting more and more rare the more AI comes out. But so far, I'm human. I mean, for real, is this like a joke? Let's go. Looks like second lot here as well. Loaded the boat. Building a position. Some call it bag holding. And looks like we got in for the exact same price as the first tranche. So that's cool. Of note. got one we haven't taken in a while. The old Kraft Heinz. They got their books straightened up pretty quickly. I remember when this spinoff happened. It just didn't fit my system, so I was not a buyer. It's not in my universe, strangely enough. But obviously, a huge stable of products that people use every day, obviously. But these are all just flips. And during the morning, all the stuff is on the screen. I just bought it all. And that's the way I like to do it. Even though it's not that much money, it may be a lot of money to some people, but in stock market terms, it's not that much money. But I like the fact that I get to participate, and of course, it will scale up as the profits come in. So I'm all good that way. The biggest thing is setting up your process, figuring out what's your system, and then can you follow it? Then you get to play that game. The list is so long, it's just faster to type them in, I think. Looks like this is a second lot as well, so just bag holding. The other business on the other channel is going very well, so momentum picking up there. Soon enough, this will be back to my full-time deal, just hanging out, traveling, doing some video games every now and again, and trading the markets. Banks kind of fell, so we got into the banking sector. I saw a few old names. This one I've never taken before, but the financials fit the system, so I didn't question it. And all just baby size. I've got a little bit of leverage on the account, and I'd love to just get rid of it. I like to use leverage for trading stuff like the day trade stuff, where I know I'm going to be in and out in a day or two or a week. Right? I'm okay with that. But I don't like holding it on investments, because you see, like, Pfizer's a perfect example right now. It just went to the dumps, or GPN if you're newer to the scene here. But it doesn't happen very often, but occasionally stock will just fall out of bed. And so you don't want to be holding leverage on a stock that's already underperforming the market, right? Then you're double losing, right? So most people you see say just don't use leverage, and that's good sound advice. So if you're not sure, just don't use it. But all the people you know that are highly successful have all used leverage of some sort, whether it's through real estate. This is third strike on this one. Yeah. So this will now become a swing trade if it doesn't sell right away. But you can see it's trending down, so it's kind of likely it sells. But they use leverage through real estate, or even through some kind of leverage product in the markets. There's a lot of corporate debt involved for people that start these big companies. You can look at the public figures for Apple, Microsoft, those kind of things. They use debt. It happens. They have money too, so it works out. Looks like everything else is on the day trade side. So let's switch hats here and just get right into it. First, we start off with the TMF. On play. Look how beautiful it is, baby. Buying through here and just let it run. I love it. I think we ended up pretty good size. It's not a huge win because it took too much time, right? So let's take a little look here. I'll get my stuff together here on the other screen. All right. So we sold it last on 5/31. So to 6/11, a little less than 2 weeks. So we have been doing the bond thing. We took 3, 6, 9, 12 lots. And you can see that took us to the 15-minute chart, and we were buying these entries right here. So it looks totally different, right? And then we wrote it up. So we got some in here, we got some in here, boom, run it up. So hopefully that makes sense and you can see it. Just as the position size gets bigger, I move the time frame to longer time frame, and then that allows me to control risk better. 0.45% gainer, so nothing crazy, but we took all of the risk off the table, and we're ready to catch a swing that as soon as we enter it, we build a little bit of a spot and it just runs. We'll make 3 or 4% hopefully. That's kind of the goal. Next up, silver. Looks like we're just buyer today. Yeah. Just a buyer today. Oil. Got to sell in here. We sold this thing yesterday. So day after day, that's where we start building alpha. This is where they can't contain us. It was only 3 lots, so don't get too kind of crazy. But taking profits, and I always look at it as a percentage basis, because at the end, that's all that matters. The only thing that changes is the number of zeros. 2.16% overnight. Beautiful. We've got 2 trades in for the month so far, totaling at 2.71%. Very nice for oil. And we're looking to get right back in, and it's looking like it's knocking on the door, right? I'm in the flow with the markets. BitX. Looks like we just buyers today. Looks like we bought some up here too. I think we have quite a bit of this one. But Bitcoin's taking a slide. That's okay. That's part of why you play when the variance when you play higher volatility equities. So that's why people will wonder, why do you play oil and bonds and slow stuff, boring stuff? Just play the sexy stuff, right? But this is why, because you got some slow stuff and you got some fast stuff, The TQs, we sold this sucker yesterday. There's way more alpha here. Let's see how many positions we got in. Looks like only 3 again, but we'll take it. 2.67% returns. And we've actually traded this thing 4 times this month, believe it or not. And totaling at 7.45% gainers. Now remember, you have to combine that with the SQ because it's the same equity. 0.27% so far this month, so nothing crazy there. Obviously, if one's going crazy, the other one's kind of, yeah. But we have sold it. The SPXL, obviously similar to the TQs, right? Very similar shape. Let's move on to that one. Let's see how many lots we got here. We had a bunch of lots. We had lots of lots. 3, 6, 9 lots. We sold this last on 6/3, so about a week ago. Let's see what the return is here. 1.85%. Not bad for a week. 50 weeks a year. That's 100% a year roughly. So we'll take it. Traded this 3 times this month for a total of 7.04% gainers. And that's how I'm crushing the market on a day trade. Perspective. Obviously, as the TQ and the SPXL popped, the SQ dropped. So buying here. You can see we've got all of our signals going good. Everything's fine. This position sizing is really starting to get decent, but we're actually not that far stuck. As you can see, for big picture, if you take it out to the weekly, we haven't done nothing. We haven't hardly moved at all, right? We're up 0.5%. So kick that out to the monthly, and you can really see we're just going sideways. We've been sideways for 3 months. Nothing happened. So 1.82% for the S&P for the month. Obviously, I have a few that are lagging with oil and bonds, but we're crushing it in the other equities, 7, 8, 9%. So through the average, it all works out. And if the market crashes, some of the boring stuff, we'll be very glad that we have some. And that's what we have for today. Lex, we have to go through and find some swing trade entries. Slow selling day, wasn't it? Huh. Very strange. Market didn't really do much the whole day. So this kind of was what it was. But I did find some time to load up on flips. And hopefully we'll see them sell in the morning. That's how it works sometimes. Very strange. That one hasn't set up yet, but some of these were close, some of them are not, but I'm going to have to kind of halfway pay attention. I don't want to miss one, but having all these on the radar has been a pretty big game changer. I don't know if it will make me any more money in the long term, but it's nice that when I have liquidity available, I don't have to worry about finding an opportunity. It's built into the fish net here, and I'm always dragging the nets, so I'm always going to catch something, right? That's the idea. This is a slow runner, but it's going, and we got the dividend. I like the slow, boring companies. Warren Buffett always talks about the pitch and all that stuff. Wait for your pitch and all that stuff. But I like the easy ones. There's no reason that you have to pick the hard stuff. There's plenty of easy money in the markets. Just got to know where the fish are at, and I know where they're at. I'm trying to show you all, so hopefully it's helpful to you. Some of these are just getting crushed. What's this guy? That's an entry. Second entry. We're going to keep baby small size until we get the leverage thing kind of figured out. As dividends roll in, that helps. Obviously, sells help. But when we got the dividend on this one too, it's pending. It's fixing to pay out. That's what I like. $27.42. We'll see if we can get in on this sucker. Placed, it didn't fill, but order inbound. So we'll see if that fills, and then we'll take away the little flag there. But it didn't move far either, which is nice price-wise. So the cost basis will still be nice and tight. So if it does run and break out, there'll be a good amount of profit there. And that's what we're looking for. LW is working just fine. It's just slow, right? But look, it's going. Is it going? All right. Let's get the eyes going. Grind this sucker out. It should be a short day. Got some other things to do with the other business taking off. I'm excited. It's exciting, man. Finally getting more activity out of me. I was capable of more the entire time. I wasn't doing the right things. I was working hard, but not in the right vehicles. Now I got the right vehicles and the stock market with me. So sky is the limit. Same as possible for all y'all too. So I'm really rooting for you. Let me know if I can help you in any way. But ultimately, you got to do it. It's on you. But it's doable. You're capable. Here's a dividend. That's a strange one. Where's even the serve? Dang. It's went sideways since December. Dang. Dang, bro. Those are the scenarios where I don't mind, reckon, selling early, man. This is better than waiting. But those are ones, if you're in them for a long time, you might as well let them really pop. Okay. Now we're down to the lower 40 here. I don't know if there's 40. Probably close. Maybe more, 40, probably. Because I'm a little bit crazy. I'm a little bit addicted to this stock thing, if you can't tell. Wow, look at Apple. That's a big part of the S&P 500. Big, big player. American Express fixing to set up. We'll get some down here in the lower 40. Go sideways. Get them going, get them going. When the market's hot, it's pretty obvious where you should be at, but when it starts getting kind of slow, you really got to look. But if you look, hopefully you're seeing that I'm showing you that there's opportunity if you actually look. You know, and it's pretty easy, a couple minutes a day, no big deal. It's getting longer though, the more the list grows. I had her pretty for a minute, but you know, the more opportunities I find and take advantage of, I reflect the activity. And the old saying, "You do more, you have more." It's really true. But easier said than done, right? You actually do have to do it. But we're doing it together. Alrighty. Yeah, it sucks we lost all the data for the public account when they transitioned to. We got the spreadsheets, we got the data we need, but we truly are crushing it. Disney was close. What happened here? It was close yesterday. Oh, we're still kind of close. That's it. We head back to the S&P with the big picture. Not a lot going on. Are we forming a top? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Remember, if we go down from here, it will be convergence. Yeah, a little something. If you don't know what that is, go look. You'll be better off for it. Thanks for watching. If you made it 23 minutes, give me a like and make sure you're subscribed if you're new. And let other people know, man. Awareness. Most people won't do anything with it, but least I can do is bring awareness. So for the small percentage of people that want to do well in life, you got to be an owner, not a customer. So I hope this is helpful to you. Have an awesome evening, and we'll talk again tomorrow.